Welcome to EFL Roundup, where I react to the biggest news across the EFL over the last 24 hours. And we're going to start off this video by talking about Tony Mowbray, as the most likeable guy in the EFL has returned back to coaching. West Brom announced the appointment late last night. This is the second time Tony has managed West Brom, and I actually think this is a good appointment. Like I've said already, he is very well liked. I think so many clubs and people just have so much respect for Tony. He's a really respectable person, and he's the type of manager I think, footballers want to run through a brick wall for. I think it was made quite clear that Tony wasn't the number one choice for West Brom. They wanted someone else, couldn't get that person in, and because, look, games are coming fast, we're approaching a 3-game week. They needed to make a decision. They've been looking for a long time now. And to be honest, Tony, he knows the Championship. He plays exciting football. He's been successful in this division. It was an easy decision to make, and someone who would love to take the opportunity. And I just hope that Tony hasn't made this decision too quickly, because of course outside of football he's been going through some medical stuff, so hopefully he hasn't taken the decision too fast and he is healthy, because that's the most important thing. He has signed a 2.5-year contract at West Brom, and honestly, if he can repeat what happened in his first spell at West Brom, the fans will be absolutely thrilled. I actually can't believe he's only managed one season in the Premier League. I find that absolutely crazy, but of course since then he's massively improved as a coach. I think with this West Brom side, he can get the best out of them, start getting results, and they will play nice, attractive football. And if you look at what happened in his recent jobs, Blackburn, he did a great job there. He got them promoted from League One to the Championship, got Blackburn competing in the Championship, but the problem with Blackburn was they were selling their best players, but then not reinvesting back into the squad. So they were just going around in circles, and when that starts happening, you don't get anywhere. You can't really progress the side, and it got to the point where something had to change and someone new with fresh ideas needed to come in. And then he got appointed the Sunderland boss, done extremely well at Sunderland, don't know why they departed ways with him, and then he went to Birmingham, but then of course had to leave early due to those medical reasons, but I'm pretty sure he would have kept Birmingham up in the Championship. But overall, I think this is a great appointment. Moving on to some player transfer news in the Championship, and Romain Eze is looking like he's going to Crystal Palace for £14.5 million. Crystal Palace do it again. They love signing EFL players, and I don't blame them. It works. But Romain Eze is someone who I really like. Someone who's of course creative. We all know the creative aspect of him. He excites you, he gets you on the edge of your seat. His dribbling abilities absolutely amazing. He's skillful, he's fast. What's not to like about him? But what impresses me even more about him is his defensive side of things. Now, when you play for a team like Millwall, the supporters want you to work hard. They want you to get stuck in, and he does exactly that. You don't expect that from attacking players. You don't expect attacking players to dive into challenges and get stuck in. So that does impress me as well. But the one thing I do think he needs to work on is that final ball. I think at times he gets into these really good positions, but he overthinks that final ball, and he either overhits it, underhits it, or it doesn't quite work out. So he needs to figure out that final pass, that final product, and get more goals and assists to his name. But look, he's 19 years old, he's got 5 goal contributions this year. I'm sure Palace will work extremely hard at that final product, and I'm sure in a couple of years time that £14.5 million fee will be tripled. And if I'm being a little bit harsh, I do think he needs to be a little bit stronger. I know what he's trying to do in trying to win a lot of fouls, cheap fouls as we call it in modern day football, but he needs to be a bit smarter, because sometimes the referees, they won't fall for it. Moving on to another transfer news, not quite £14.5 million, but Michael Helck has signed for Oxford United, and I think this is an amazing transfer to make in this January transfer window. Michael Helck for me is a player who I've known about for years, especially when he was playing for Barnsley. I actually wanted my club, Luton, to sign Michael Helck because he was a goal scoring centre half. That move of course didn't happen, but he ended up leaving Barnsley to play for Huddersfield, and he's just continued being a really good footballer at every club he's played for in England. Now he's currently 29 years old. He's had previous years at playing in the second tier of English football. For Oxford to sign him, who are newly promoted to the Championship, I do think is a great bit of business there. What I do find really strange is how he's left a side in League One in Huddersfield who are fighting to win promotion to the Championship. It does come across a little bit odd because in 6 months' time there's a potential chance he could be a Championship player. Now, he is a Polish international, so I don't know if that might have something to do with it, where he wants to play for his country a lot more, or he's been told he might not get called up because he's playing in League One. Reading a couple of social media posts, there's been Huddersfield fans saying that his performances have dipped in League One this year. From what I've seen, they haven't, but Huddersfield fans will know a lot more than I do because they watch him every single week. But still, a signing like this, I think, is really good business for Oxford. He's not just a defender that can defend, he can actually score goals as well. He's a massive threat from set pieces. He knows where the goal is, so he's someone that can be a massive threat going forward. But good news for Huddersfield fans, if you're looking for a centre half, Mans Anderson is currently available at Luton, and Mans Anderson worked under Damien Duff at Barnsley and done extremely well. So that's something you might explore. Moving on to League One, and it is some more transfer news. Dominic Gape, who used to play under Gareth Ainsworth at Wycombe Wanderers, could be reunited. Dom Gape currently plays for Eastleigh in the National League, and I cannot understand this because for me he's definitely a League One footballer. Since leaving Wycombe Wanderers, he played actually over 200 times for Wycombe under Gareth Ainsworth. He's not found a home. He's had a spell at Sutton, he's had a spell at Northampton, and now he's currently playing for Eastleigh. But I can definitely see this transfer working out extremely well for Dom Gape, because Shrewsbury, a team that's obviously going to be battling hard to try and stay up in League One this year, he's someone that will bring leadership. He will win the ball back. He will offer a little bit of calmness. He just has that experience, especially playing in League One as well. When you're in a relegation fight, you need to be able to trust players. So bringing a player who he's formerly worked under could help Shrewsbury stay up this season in League One. And lastly, moving on to League Two, Ethan Williams has joined Cheltenham Town. Now, Ethan Williams currently plays for Manchester United, so Cheltenham have got him on a loan deal from now until the end of the season. But I wanted to talk about this because Ethan Williams was linked to two League One clubs, Leyton Orient and Stockport County. So the fact that he's joined League Two does surprise me. Now, he mainly plays as a left winger. He's definitely one to look out for the future. But when I watch him play, he reminds me of Mason Greenwood. Not what's happened outside of football, the stuff on the football pitch in terms of his movement. He is both-footed, he's got a great left foot on him, he knows where the goal is if he gets given the opportunity. But I do find it a little bit strange that he's playing in League Two. And the only thing I can think of is maybe Cheltenham have promised more playing time compared to the League One clubs, so that's why he's made the move. Or Cheltenham gave a little bit more money because they might lose Ethan Archer, as he's having a great season in League Two. Now, Ethan Archer can play as a left winger, so it does make me believe that Archer might leave Cheltenham, or Archer can move into that number 10 role, or Ethan Williams can move to the right hand side. But I do think Ethan Williams is more of a left winger, but he is someone that can play on the right. He's fast, he's got great dribbling ability, and I definitely think you should watch out for him, as he is one for the future. So that is the end of EFL Roundup, where I round up the biggest news stories across the EFL over the last 24 hours. Stay tuned for more episodes like this. If you're new to my channel, please drop a like, comment below, and also subscribe. And I'll see you all in my next video. Before I end this video, I just want to say a massive thank you to all my channel members. If you want to become a channel member on my channel, click the link in the description below, or click the join button on my channel, which will give you the option to become a member. If you become a channel member, you get exclusive perks and you help support me as a content creator. I'll see you in the next video.